Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Matt Cart, or me, my beautiful wife Veronica. Go out to garage sales, thrift stores, and the Goodwill bins like today to find things that resell on our eBay store. It is a Thursday and it is 8:36 in the morning right now, so we're just gonna grab our coffees and head to the bins when they open for 9 a.m. and hopefully we find some great stuff to sell on our eBay store. Let's go. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna get today. Hopefully there's something that we can look at right away. After about 10 minutes looking through the old bins, the first bin came out and it was a plush bin, and we actually ended up getting something from it. The plush bin came out and I actually did find Pikachu. I always grab Pokemon because they're easy to lot up and honestly they sell fairly well. Not quite as good as Jellycats, but they're pretty good to pick up. So yeah, these shoes out of the shoe bin that just came out, these are pretty sweet. Adidas Kilo 62, very, very clean looking as well, so I'm definitely going to pick these up. And finally a toy bin came out, but I really wouldn't call it a toy bin at all. It was mostly baby stuff and also unfinished board games, though there was some Lego pieces that I ended up picking up because that was really all there was in there that I actually wanted to pick, so that's what I ended up leaving with out of all of these bins. Well, I was smart to place myself there. I found some large men's North Face pants. Not bad. These are, I think you can detach them at the knee as well, so not bad. They're like pants and shorts at the same time, so pretty sweet. We also got more Lego at the last toy bin there. Just miscellaneous pieces, nothing crazy though. Alright, so my wife grabbed this interesting vintage jacket here. This is Sun Ice.
Yeah, but the jacket is not worth that much. What is worth more, it's like the pins and the cards.
Yeah, you're right. And those are vintage pins too. Interesting. If I can find a sold comp on any of these pins, I'll give you guys an idea of how much they are based on eBay sold comp, but not bad. Yeah, we're mostly doing clothing today. Just not a lot of action in the toy department. After 20 minutes of waiting, there finally was another bin that wasn't clothing. It was a plushies bin. And out of plushie bins, what I'm trying to look out for more than anything else is Pokemon and Jellycats, and we get both from this bin. I actually did find a Bulbasaur, and I found a Jellycat. So we got everything that we needed to find out of that plush bin, which is took a while actually since we got another miscellaneous bin. It was basically just clothing, so doing pretty good on the plus score. That's awesome. Still waiting for more toy bins to arrive. I found this interesting Spider-Man hoodie. The zipper goes all the way up to the top. It's got nice eyes right here. If you can see, there's like a shining kind of fluorescent glow to it, and it also has the Creating Limitless Heights brand on the side. So I looked it up, and one of these in red sold for like $154, and there's one that was black that was like over $180, and there was a best offer accepted, so I'm wondering how much that actually went for. I'm not too sure, but still, this is pretty wicked. I grabbed it thinking it might be like just H&M brand, but very good hoodie here. Definitely be on the lookout for this brand as well. Unfortunately, still waiting for more toy bins, so we'll see what happens. I actually did find some Carhartt today. Check this out. So as you can see there, it's got the Carhartt patch on the pocket, but unfortunately, it is for a company, York. What is this? York Energy Center, but still, I mean, it's still pretty good. Made in Mexico, so I think this might be vintage too, so not bad. What do you think? Maybe like 40, 50 bucks?
Yeah, maybe. I'll try.
Yeah. And after being at the bin for over 3 hours with only 2 toy bins that came out at the beginning of the day, we took this rummage bin as a sign that we need to go. Let's see how much stuff we have today. 14 pounds, that's not too bad. That was about all we could handle. 3.5 hours at the Goodwill bins, and we probably brought home, for the amount of time we spent there, the smallest haul we have here. As you can see, mostly clothing, and we're mostly into toys. So when we bring back a lot of clothing, it's not necessarily a good thing, though we do have a lot of decent clothing items. And I mean, how couldn't we at least leave with some decent clothing? We were there for literally 3.5 hours, and 90% of the bins that came out were clothing bins, and there's a little bit of rummage bins, some shoe bins as well. And we actually did end up getting a pair of shoes. Now, one of the things that did bug me about today is the fact that it was a school day. You know, it was a day during the week, and there's these kids who are about 14 years old. You have to be 13 and over to go to the Goodwill bins, and they were there. They were here today, and they just made it really busy. I usually don't go on weekends because that's when they go. When they're not in school, they go to the Goodwill bins. It's kind of like their home away from home. It's their school away from school. And they just are really aggressive when they're picking. They just crowd everything up. They don't really know their like boundaries and stuff. They'll come over your shoulder. They'll squeeze in last second, try to get inside when you're waiting at a bin for a long time. It's just really, really annoying. So what also is weird is that they're 14, you think maybe they'd be more interested in toys, but no, it's really just clothing. So when you have a day that's nothing but clothing on a day where the kids are skipping school to come to the Goodwill bins, I feel like they almost are incentivized now to skip school to come to the bins if they're being fed all the stuff that they want more. Like, I really want toys, so I don't care. Like, clothing's fine. I obviously buy clothing anyways, but my wife is the one who usually sells things on Poshmark. So with that being said, that's too much of a rambling. I don't want to rant too much here. I'm just getting annoyed because it's just one of those things where I avoid weekends specifically because of those kids who come and they're skipping school now to come during the week, which is supposed to be not as busy. Anyways, so here's what we got for clothing, which I'm gonna go on about. I found these North Face pants. They're actually not bad. They're like winter snow pants, but you can actually zip these right here, and they're kind of like short, so maybe like hiking pants. Not bad. Probably get about $40 to $50 for those. My wife found this Lululemon sweater. It's kind of like a jacket sweater. It's interesting. A lot of people passed on it because they didn't know what it was, and my wife has a really good eye for Lululemon, so we're grabbing that. I'm not sure how much it's actually going to go for. Maybe like 40 bucks on Poshmark. This jacket's vintage, but the main reason why we picked it up is because of the pins. Some of the pins here go for like 10 to 20 bucks on their own, so that's not bad. I don't know what we're gonna do with this yet. We might sell it locally because it is Calgary, so it might be more desirable for someone who actually just lives in the city, right? But you know, someone online who lives across Canada, maybe they wouldn't be so interested in that. But here is a Carhartt hoodie here. It's a zip-up hoodie. I guess a lot of people didn't realize what it was because it was in the bins for like a few minutes before my wife picked it up and noticed that it's actually Carhartt. So it does have a logo on it though, so I'm not sure how much we can actually get. I'm saying about maybe $30, $40 for it, if I'm being generous. This was the find of the day though. This is wild. I didn't realize how much this actually went for, so looked up some sold comps. About $150 for the red one, and then this one had a comp for about $185, and best offer was accepted, so I'm not sure how much this would have sold. I'm guessing close to the $150 mark. It's actually really nice condition here. I love the look of this. The material, it's super thick. At first, I thought it might have been kind of like an H&M brand or something like that, but honestly, if you feel it, you notice that the material is pretty good. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. So look for this brand right here. It's called Creating Limitless Heights. So definitely a bolo item for you guys to look for in the future. Very cool. They do other designs as well, but this is their Spider-Man design. My brother loves the Bengals, so I picked this up. It's nothing really, it's not really to resell. I'm just gonna give it to him because he likes the Bengals, and someone must have put it down because I saw it kind of like laid out on top of the bins. They were probably considering buying it, but I'm gonna get it because I think it's pretty sweet. You spent maybe like 25 cents on it. These shoes are about like $60, $70 pre-owned, and the condition on them it's actually really nice. You know, it needs a bit of a wash, but not bad. Adidas Chile 62 is very cool. I usually don't grab a lot of shoes at the good old bin, but I had to make an exception for these. Now we ended up getting some Lego. There's only a few minifigures that are like Lego Friends in that one bag on the left. Unfortunately, just mostly just Lego pieces. There just wasn't a lot of toy bins today. It was one of those days where you were expecting at least another toy bin to come up. So every once in a while we'll come on the side and you can kind of get a view of what they're actually preparing for the next bins. And I always look for the crates. They have them kind of set up in rows and they just never had them. After the first like hour, they were just gone. We never saw any crates. So we ended up getting these two from a plush bin, a Bulbasaur plush there, which sells for like about $20 on eBay. And this actually sells for close to $40. It's the Candy Cane Stripe Ears. This is a Jellycat Bashful Bunny. So really cool here. All in all, nothing super crazy today. It wasn't a thrilling day, but it gave me some things to think about, like that clothing brand right now. I'm definitely going to be looking out for those in the future. It kind of blew my mind how much it actually goes for. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. And remember guys, may your carts always be full.